Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1183. 1983. Don't you want me, baby? Remember that? That came out then, or was that 82? Was that the band Human League? That song, if you listen to that song now and you go, oh wow, it tells a little story about a Svengali character, a guy who
Mike's Daily Podcast
discovers some woman, and then the woman gets popular, and then he's like, you better
Mike's Daily Podcast,
get back together with me or we'll both be sorry. What does that even mean? Hey, I should sing a song even though I didn't write down the lyrics, and oop, is that wrong? I used to write out the lyrics to every one of my songs for this podcast, but that got really old fast. On today's show, we're going to hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley PLUS.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We will have the debut of a segment I've been wanting to put together for a long time called
Mike's
the
Daily
Whiny
Podcast.
White Man Wine List. These are things that whiny white men that are paranoid individuals are whining about today, and that you will hear on your conservative talk radio show. I've been kind of gleaning little bits and pieces from that on recent shows, but I'll put together an actual segment today. Today is National Voter Registration Day. Whether you are anti both of the main candidates, you should still vote. Don't vote for the candidates, vote for someone else you like. But you've got to vote. I got into this big argument several years ago with a dear friend of mine, also named Mike. We were stuck in traffic up in Napa Valley. We'd gone beer drinking, and that's probably the worst time to talk politics, is after you've had a bunch of beers, especially craft beers, and you're like all, sloshed, it's hot, and you're hungry, and we just started yelling at each other about, he just will not vote. He doesn't buy into the whole system. He thinks it's all corrupt to the core, so he's not going to vote. He's not going to participate. And I'm like, well, you're an American. You have to participate. By definition, you must participate. It's a democracy. The democracy, yeah, okay, I can do what I want in a democracy. I don't have to vote, therefore. No. In order to have a democracy, you must vote. It's sort of that's how I feel about it anyway. Look who just walked in.
Hello, Michael Master. It's Madame Rootabega. I completely disagree with you.
Really?
Yes, I think everyone should do what they want when they should vote for me.
For you?
As long as they vote for me.
Why would they want to vote for you?
Because I am beautiful.
We should vote for ourselves then, because we're all beautiful in our own way.
That's true.
There's this big fire going on in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and wow, I could see it from the San Mateo Bridge. I was driving over the bridge going home, and there was this, because I went to Half Moon Bay yesterday with Basil the Boxer. Oh, look who else just walked in. My dog. And look who else.
Hello there, Mike. It's Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Chris Christie would have done a better job at the debates last night, day.
Yeah, it was a... do you know that?
Are either you guys gonna vote? You two voting's scary.
Yeah, we're gonna vote for the guy who came out of the Petri dish yesterday, and his name is Petri Paul.
Yeah, Petri Paul. Do you know that?
Oh, kind of like the way everyone was voting for Ron Paul 10 years ago, and now you guys are gonna vote for Petri Paul. Rand Paul sure did not use the fervor that was for his father the past two elections. Everybody was always Ron Paul, especially 2008. Oh my gosh, everyone was Ron Paul in 2008 in the South. And Rand got out early. He was one of the, I think, the third candidate to end his campaign. Or would it suspend his campaign? Because it could be unsuspended at any time. It's magic! Look how I suspend my assistant in midair. So Rand Paul, I'm amazed, did not have the same fervor for him as Ron Paul, but it seems like Mr. Trump has taken all of that. Well, the clips that I've seen, I did not actually watch it because I was in Half Moon Bay with my dog, Basil the Boxer, because it was the hottest day of the freaking year in Podcaster Valley. It was over 100. It never gets that way in Podcaster Valley. So I headed 45 minutes west and got to Half Moon Bay. I left early enough that I hit practically no traffic. It's all pumpkins now in Half Moon Bay. It's great. It's all pumpkins. They're big pumpkin growers, and they're going to have a big pumpkin festival. Or pumpkin, for some of you like to call it pumpkins. But that's neither here nor there or over there, or maybe behind me. I don't know. What's behind me? It's you.
Sorry, Mike. I was going to get that piece of lint off your shirt there.
I know. I've got lint on my shirt. Got dog hairs. Part of having a dog. But I do want to tell you that Half Moon Bay was 90 degrees. It never gets 90 degrees over there. And Basil the Boxer ran on the beach, and he had a great time. And I had a great time walking in the sand and getting... I let the waves just hit my legs. I didn't go into the water. It was actually pretty cold, but as soon as the sun's about to set, the water just suddenly, the temperature rises. And that's wonderful on a hot day, cooling you off. There's this new thing on YouTube where people are live streaming stuff. Like somebody had a live streaming of Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, all those Fox cartoons, just live streamed it all day. And now people are also doing music channels that are just live streaming on YouTube. And they're kind of creating these weird sort of pirate radio stations through YouTube. They're probably breaking a bunch of rules in the process, and YouTube will probably take them down in a couple of days. But it's interesting, all these things are popping up because of all the live streaming going on. I'm sure that's happening on Facebook as well. And oh yeah, and I did see the fire coming off the hills. I got sidetracked. Driving over the San Mateo Bridge last night, it looked like a volcano off in the distance. It looked like someone shining red light on smoke, and I could see it all the way from the San Mateo Bridge. It was amazing, even though it's so far away. So yeah, that's scary right now. Just so dry and so hot, and our winds were just so crazy yesterday. And then I have this written down. Little people are running. Oh yeah, the YouTube channels that people are making with the live streaming have, the comments on the right hand side, and it's like nonstop people commenting. It's so funny to read those. It's just like a crazy running current of comments. And that was about it. Yeah, so I wanted to just take this note piece of paper, and I'm crumpling up this very small bar and throwing it behind me.
Oh, right in my eye there.
Sorry about that, Valentino. Hey, let's get to the podcast picture.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture is a drawing with neither one of you two, but with this guy.
I make the root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh boy.
Brewmaster, in honor of Oktoberfest, we're having him on the cartoon today.
Thanks, Mike. I donated a bunch of money to the Trump Foundation. I feel real good about that. Oh boy.
Well, that's going right into Trump's pocket.
Not Hillary Clinton?
No.
I thought if I donated money to the Trump Foundation, it went to Hillary Clinton. Oh boy.
No, that's if you donate to the Clinton Foundation.
What?
Anyway, we do a drawing there. It's at mikesdailypodcast.com. I hope you enjoy it. And go to mikesdailypodcast.com also to support the show through the Amazon link. Click on that. Buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and it goes to the Mike Matthews Foundation. Haha, that's not a thing. There's if you're going to shop, it helps us out. A lot of podcasters do this sort of thing. It's great. There's also PayPal if you'd like to donate. A lot of podcasters do that sort of thing too. You'll get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters. It's a great sort of thing to do. I haven't thrown any of my goofy sound effects in today. I feel like I need to do one. How about this? That fits today's podcast, doesn't it? No, the fact that I just did that is going to be the whole reason why iHeartRadio won't put me on their frickin' app. Because they're that way. Oh, you used some other sound effects that you didn't generate yourself. Maybe I did. Maybe I did the with my mouth. At any rate, go to Mike'sDailyPodcast.com for past podcast pictures and past interviews that I've done. All right. I'm done saying all right. That's my crutch word today. At least I'm not saying anyway.
Anyway.
A bunch of times.
Anyway.
No. In fact, what I'm going to do is bring you the segment, the Whiny White Man Wine List.
Wine.
Well, I like it.
The Whiny White Man Wine List.
It seems that talk radio, conservative talk radio, is mostly white men, and they're old, and they're whining, and they're whiny. And, when I hear them whine about Obama or Hillary, it makes me think in my head, these guys are just white, and they're old, and they're whiny. So that's why this wine list. Here are some of the things they're whining about. One of the things they whined about yesterday, Hillary camp wants help from debate moderators, calling it unfair that Hillary should have to make sure Trump's lies are corrected. More members of Camp Hillary are making demands. One story claims she's getting help from a podium designed to make her look taller. What? Oh, no politician has ever had a podium made to... Actually, that happens all the time, you idiots. It's called the belt buckle rule. And every politician has wanted somehow it's a proportion thing. The podium needs to be at just the right height of their belt buckle. If they are male, of course, they're female. Women don't really wear belts unless it's fashionable. And it makes the suit look, the ensemble makes... I don't remember my ex-wife ever having belts. I guess she did have some belts. Wow. Trump tells Netanyahu U.S. will recognize Jerusalem as capital if he wins. Okay. Hillary having trouble nailing down the far left. That is a story that I've heard on several podcasts, on the one called To the Point with Warren Olney. He talked to some people. He had a substitute, but they were talking to Bernie supporters that are just not going for Hillary because Hillary is just old politics.
Later that day.
Well, my computer at Cafe Anyway didn't like me talking politics that much. Well, we'll have to get to another whiny